Right, so hi guys, this is going to be a workshop for you. This is knowing your audience, looking at some filming and editing styles that YouTubers use on YouTube, basically. Okay, 4 steps of success. Our know is to understand the styles and techniques used by influencers to engage their target audience. Our do, we are going to be creating a short video using a range of styles to sort of show our understanding that we get it, and to show we're going to upload this. We're going to kind of upload the pictures we've been taking, sort of like a behind the scenes. And finally, improve. You need to reflect on the activity itself and sort of examine where there's room to improve and what you could change for next time. Okay, so YouTubers, they're everywhere. Literally all over the internet. They've all got kind of their own style, right? Kinda. Well, not really. They all kind of follow the same format. Most YouTubers kind of use a single camera like I'm doing now, heavily edited, literally cutting to close up like this, or changing the color grayscale, all kind of stuff like that. And they normally sit on a desk, hence the setup. So let's look at that setup. So the standard look is a mid shot. They normally go for what I've kind of gone with now. Make sure that you're further forward with, you've got the background as a separate thing, so you're not all against the wall kind of thing. You want to be kind of positioned, if you can, if your room's big enough, by all means, try and push yourself towards the camera with having some sort of space in the background. You use a 3-point lighting setup. So if you don't know what that is a key light, a fill light, and a backlight. For me, I'm using the sun as my key light. The small LED here, you might see him. He's filling up the side of my face to get rid of any shadows that are unwanted, so it's not too dramatic. And then I've got my backlight, which is a small LED pointing at the wall there. So you're probably saying like, well, great Dave, that's great if you've got that stuff. Well, I don't. What you could use is lamps. If you've got like lamps, shades, if your parents have got any, or if you've got one in your house, by all means use that lampshade. Maybe light the background, maybe have it at the side of you to be your fill light. You might need to move stuff around your room to kind of make it work. I've had to move my desk to try and make it look kind of cool. So that's kind of setups that they use. So I've got some examples here. So a bad one is this one that you're seeing right now. The colours look a bit sickly, the background looks dull and miserable, there's nothing going on, it's all kind of, there's no depth to the shot. Like the guy's face has it's just no shadows, it's just plain, and it just looks a bit gross and sickly, right? It's not that nice of a shot to look at. This is when you bring that 3-point lighting setup in, and then the next shot, boom, look at him, he looks great, right? He's good. His face is nice and lit up. He's got nice backlighting, lighting up his little sort of a range of lenses in the background, and he's kind of standing out a bit more. So again, what he's done, he's put his massive key light. He's got professional stuff here. So he's got a big softbox at the side that's lighting up his face, and then he's got a small LED that's lighting up the other side, so it's not so dramatic. So it just fills in a bit of those shadows. And then he's just put a nice little colour LED strip in the background. So again, if you had fairy lights or something like that, by all means, put them in the background. Try it out. There is an option with the iPad actually to play with the exposure, like what I've done with my camera now. Is if you tap your screen on the camera, a little sun will come up. You hold and drag down. It will sort of lower the exposure, and you can play around with shadows a lot more, especially if you've got little lamps and stuff that you can use for your shot. But yes, main thing, use the sun as your key light. Anyway, moving on. We've looked at sort of lighting a YouTube video. I just want to look at the styles of the videos of different YouTubers. So the ones I've kind of categorized for this lesson, at least, I've looked at how-to videos, comedy / current trends kind of videos, educational factual video, and animation. They're the top 4 that we're going to kind of look at today. So the first one I want to look at is comedy / current trends. This is all plastered all over YouTube. One of the videos that I've got as an example at the moment is this young lady who does lots of art, painting stuff. She's not an artist herself, but she sees sort of tutorials online of how to do a certain artistic painting, and then she tries it out herself and then turns it into like a comedy video, but getting an end product. So what I kind of saw from these kind of videos are they're heavily edited. There's a lot of text used to emphasize the jokes. They manipulate the scale and colors of the clips to sort of show presenters' mistakes. So if they've done something wrong, it will instantly sort of zoom in really quick and cut to a close-up of their mistake with some sort of like bad music or something sad or something. That's normally what they kind of do. And there is a kind of a lot of jump cuts to help the pacing of the video, because when they're probably doing the painting, or when she's doing the painting itself, there's probably points where there's not a lot really going on, so she jump cuts to the next stage, or she's jump cutting around bits. I've probably done a few in this video itself of me jump cutting around to try and get the pacing right, so it's not too long. So next up, it's kind of like your educational factual videos, so they're normally front mid shot like I'm doing now. I guess this would be an educational factual video. It's me talking directly to camera and talking to you as an audience. You'd normally have cutaways to instructions. You wouldn't just have them straight on talking like this. You'd probably cut to probably like a picture comes up here, how to do this, and give you some sort of instructions. Or it might cut to an actual like top down view of you making the product itself. Mainly all just tripod. And step by steps. You would have like step 1, step 2. You've probably seen these anyway. These are quite standard. But normally, yeah, you would layer those images in for left and right frame to give examples whilst you're talking. Friendly music's normally used, motivational, kind of saying like, yeah, you can do this. And your attitude is normally upbeat and positive. So next one is the how-to. Almost kind of like educational and factual. But these how-to videos are very much like top down, nice relaxing music. Sometimes a voiceover or text will come up explaining the steps. You normally have a nice clean backdrop, normally white, or if you've got any coloured card or something, you'd put that as your backdrop, nice and bright and happy, and the focus is normally on the object and the hands moving around. So yeah, make sure you wash your hands. You've got no dirty fingernails. That's gross, especially if it's going to be a close-up. Make sure you're nice and tidy and presenting yourself in a nice, happy way. So animation is the last one I want to look at. There's millions of styles to go for. Loads of styles of different sort of animating. They could be stop motion, cutout animation, pixelation, actual cell animation, drawing, or stuff like this that you could use. Of course, you're probably sticking some voiceover or sound effects. They would definitely be needed to sort of up your game with animation. Just to sort of give it that extra flair. If you're going for the animation route, just try and make it your own style. Obviously you can look at things for inspiration, but try and knuckle down so it's your own idea and your own style of what you want to make. Okay, so with that spoken about, let's go on to the task. What I've set for you guys is to create an instructional YouTube video on one of the following items. So you can rather do an origami dog, an origami fish, or an origami bear cub. So your video must follow one of the styles that I've discussed. So you're going to be doing a how-to kind of style, or is it going to be a comedy sort of style, an animation, or is it going to be an educational one? Try and see if you can get that 3-point lighting set up. That'd be really cool if you can play around with that. I do want you to try and put some real effort into these videos, really kind of look and see what's already out there. Maybe look at the YouTubers you kind of follow and see if you can get some inspiration from them, or be inspired by this amazing setup and see if you could do something. You're only going to be filming the video today. You're not going to be editing it, so it's important to just sort of really sort of think how I'm going to make this look good. Again, think of different angles, maybe do different cutaways, stuff like that. On Shobi, there will be the origamis to look at. They're quite simple. Again, one of them might be harder than the others, so if you want to challenge yourself, especially if you're going for comedy, if it's going wrong, you've got more of a chance of it being funny. But other than that, good luck. I'm sure they're going to be amazing. Okay, see ya.